Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Franchise Hour, Season 6, Episode 12.
He's various to
book to help me start the business.
And then I did specialize in
the last years, more than 5 years right now. We have figured out the systems and the processes to ensure that the franchising program will be a success.
So, good afternoon again. This is Rudolf Kotik from Aki Franchise Consultancy, and I'm very happy to welcome a very good friend of mine from Cebu. He's the president of the San Jose Bakeshop, Mr. Jojo Tiongko. Hi, Jojo. Welcome to the Franchise Hour.
Hello, RK. Thank you for inviting me, and hello,
It's a-
viewers.
It's a pleasure really having you on board after so many years that we're working together. My first question to you: so you own San Jose Bake Shop. How did you actually end up in the bakery business?
Okay. It was my father's. It was my grandmother's to my father's. It was a small bake shop before, and then I landed in this because there was this. My dad went through some sickness, and then I had to step up, and then I had to become his feet. So back then I was 20 years old. So that's how I got into the bakery business actually. Consider
When
it by accident, but I call it by fate. No
when
accidents.
when was that actually? What year was that? When did you
That
started?
was
Or when did your father started San Jose
I,
Bake
the
Shop?
bakery started at 1983,
Mm.
and then it just kept on running, and then I entered the business back in 2000.
Mm.
So that was the time I started. It's already what 22 years. Are you serious? That quick? Okay.
Ti- Time runs fast. Why the name San Jose? What's the background to the name?
I think this was named by my grandmother. Her patron saint is Saint Joseph because she lives in Mandaue, Cebu, and that's their patron saint. So I guess she named it San Jose. So that's already that's the one that we use since then.
Hmm. So for the last 22 years, tell us a little bit about the growth of the company.
Oh, it's very different. So I entered back in 2000, I think 2001 to be I can't really remember which time, but maybe 2001. We were very small then. We had like a 60 square meter office with three people inside it. When I entered again, no air conditioning in the office, and that was my request from my dad. Dad, can you put an air condition in the office because it's hot? And then yeah, that's no driver, no distribution, but we had branches, maybe 10 or maybe 9 branches. So I already admired the big brand back then because they were already very big. So that was for me quite challenging seeing national, especially the biggest brand of the bake shop industry before was from Cebu. So it's really nice to see, no, and to see them grow and also try to follow them before. So
Uh,
that's pretty
that,
much how I started.
that's the question, Jojo. Why do you think there are so many bake shop chains originating from Cebu? What do you think is the reason behind?
I think I actually checked that one recently, RK. I think it's because more than that the Cebuanos like bread, or we 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 have this is just a hypothesis, no, because there's no real answer to that,
Correct.
but I think it's because we have a flour mill here. Because
Mm.
the flour mill here, General Milling, I think they started in 1950s. So that's pretty early for a flour mill, right? And to have it here in Cebu, that's something easy for the bakers. If there's supply, then there would naturally be enterprise around surrounding that industry. And um, the forefathers have been doing the bakery, and then we're not like Luzon or Manila that's really big and really dense as a city. So I think the neighborhood bake shops flourished, no, even before. One bake shop opened, one corner. I can hear stories that, oh, that corner used to be a bake shop that everybody goes to, and they say back in the 70s or back in the 80s. So and then people learned that the bakery industry was a good business back then, an easy business, no, easy to enter, easy to access. That's why we even have a lot of makers here of ovens, of bakery equipments, because the small, we call them the neighborhood bake shops, flourished here because the barrier of entry is easy. And I think the flour supply was available. That the I've known of bakery equipment makers back in the 1970s. Pa. So that would have more than the people who wanted bread. It was more of the enterprise that surrounds the the big flour mill. So that's my hypothesis, RK.
Makes sounds logic. Call it that way. Yeah, I believe that.
And
Uh,
we didn't have malls for a long time, so we didn't have supermarkets. So we supermarkets here in Cebu maybe just came in around 1990s, no, early 1990s or even late
mm,
80s. So you can imagine where people buy bread, they would have bought it from a neighborhood bake shop.
correct,
So
correct.
that's my hypothesis, RK.
I believe you're correct, Jojo. Uh, my next question: what actually differentiates, since you're so many chains in Cebu and you're one of them, what differentiates San Jose Bake Shop from the rest?
I think, RK, no, it's the product line and the focus of our business. Um, I've already seen that, putting up bakery business everywhere, like everywhere, it's hard because um, the our bakeries needs to have fresh bread. It has to have fresh ingredients. It has to have control of the sales, of the of the cash flow that's coming in. So the biggest differentiators siguro of our bake shop is that we did not expand too far from each other, and then we are able to innovate easier, simplify the processes, um, especially on the supply side of the businesses, no, of the bakeries. I've been focused on building. As I said, I started off with a 60 square meter office with 3 people. Now my my factory has maybe 90 people on it, including the accounting and the production and the distribution people, with 4 or 5 trucks already distributing. So I've been focused on making sure that we can supply the needs of the customers and specifically the branch, no, because again, creating products might be easy, but doing it 1,000 times the same every day, that's a totally different story. So the biggest differentiator of the bake shop is that we didn't expand so much in terms of branches, but we focus on our core, uh, like core strength. Like we have the typical bread and we have the cakes, and now we're venturing into other business to business services. That's because of our bake shops. So that's really how
Okay.
we do it, RK.
How many outlets, how many branches you have in total?
33.
How many
So
are
35
franchised of them?
are franchised, 5 franchise branches, and we're just temporarily closed 2 or 3. So it's really about that number.
Mm. Uh, all of them also are in your all your branches are in the red. Is that your favorite color, or why everything is red?
Well, I well, my dad got a branding consultant before, and they used red as the color for San Jose. If you check now the old logo of San Jose, I guess because maybe red is a color of food normally. So and then we rebranded it back in 2017, and that's why made it more simpler, the logo simpler, and uh, just a red and white color, just so that it's not so not too many colors on it.
You said you're selling breads and you're selling cakes. How many items of each you're selling more or less? And what is more sellable, breads or cakes?
Well, um, the number of items in terms of SKU or stock keeping unit, maybe I think we're about 80. We can actually display about 80 from the either in branch made or factory made products. But the branches normally display around maybe 50 or 60 variants, depending. This is including the cakes, huh?
Mm.
So, and when you ask me about the difference of the cakes, well, bread is still bread. No, bread is still number one. Um, but the cakes, it really gives us more. Wa- uh, what's this? Reach in different customers, and we weren't. So when you say, let's say, San Jose Bake Shop back in 2013, it was just like a bake shop, like a regular bake shop where you can buy bread. But now San Jose Bake Shop became a. We have this tagline, "Masarap kasama." So because we are in their celebrations already, so we have a cake. We recently launched a bilao pancit because it's easy to produce. The bilao pancit bami and the pancit uh, um, another pancit, no? So it's more of bilao style. So parties, so you can consider now San Jose Bake Shop as part of their celebrations. So it brings us to a different market as well.
How was the bake shop business actually during the pandemic? I
Well,
presume. Go ahead.
what's your assumption? It,
You must have done excellent well actually because you were an essential business.
well, well, no. The bake shop industry, though it's essential. We're a city bake shop, right? So, a city bake shop normally supports a businesses around it, like offices, factories, malls, churches, schools. Those are our primary market. So that's where the people are. Even the market, the wet market, right? That's where we're situated. So we're really affected in terms of sales because they can't easily visit us. But siguro the blessing was that we can still, as what you call it, essential. We can still operate. So that's really that's what made us, we can say, afloat, float, or even try to prosper in the pandemic.
Were you able to open new stores during the period?
Yes, one franchisee opened, and I think, wait, were we able? No, just one franchisee.
Okay.
Because they really saw the opportunity, and I saw their spot that's nice. They were in the mall, and outside the mall, situated in a very nice place. So I said yes, why not, right?
So, with now knowing you about into franchising, we would like to introduce also your franchise program to our viewers. And I'm putting up now the your franchise presentation. And kindly explain us your franchise program.
Yeah, I think thank you, RK, for giving me the opportunity again. So we started 1983, and then just a little bit of history from our company. So we started 1983, and then fast forward to 2010 right away. So we went into the self-service bake shop. So it's your time, your choice. And then 2013, we had a loaf production in our factory, and then we made a little factory back then, and then in 2014 we launched our cakes. So we are actually the first neighborhood bake shop here in Cebu to have cakes in their bake shops. And then 2014 I talked to RK, and he allowed me and helped me open up my franchise. And then currently we have five franchises already, five franchisees, no? So um, and then back in 2016, we launched our Pasalubong products, and then we also changed our look in 2017. So this is how our bake shop looks like right now. So it's very, very simple. and easy to maintain as well. So our products on the left is our this is our special. This is just our on in bake shop bread that's being produced, and on the right this is our centrally produced products, the loaves and all the other packed products. So this is how our store looks like. It has a snack table and a little snack table, and this is like the cashier's counter. So it's pretty much a simple looking bake shop. And this is how our cake chiller also looks like. So it's situated in front normally in the bake shop, so that it's easier and more enticing for the customers. So we have currently have 33 branches all over Cebu, and these are some of the products that we have. So one of our number one product, our number top products are the cheese bread, the egg bread, the meat roll. A lot also like our chocolanay. So those are Cebuanos. You know, Cebuanos have a very different kind of bread bake shop comparing it to Manila. And these are all our some of our centrally produced products. So a lot of the Cebuanos really like the chocoloaf. It's chocolate loaf filled with something sweet inside it. And then I also my personal favorite also is the raisin loaf, raisin cinnamon swirl. I really like that. I ate that in the U.S. That's why I made it here in Cebu. And we also have the other products that we have, the mga mamon, rosquillos. We even have brownies. And these are our cakes. So we have lots of different kinds of cakes. And we also have occasion cakes, no? Kanang mga Valentine's, Christmas, Father's Day, Mother's Day, Grandparents' Day. Those are all mga celebration cakes na scheduled lang siya. So if you want to franchise, there's a few steps lang. The step to franchise one is this: you fill up a franchise confidential questionnaire and a letter of intent. So that's for us to get to know you more, because we will review it afterwards. And then after that, you're gonna be invited for an orientation with San Jose Bakeshop, and then we will present to you San Jose Bakeshop franchise disclosure information, where you are given a sample of our franchise contract as well. And we will also be, if you already have a space, then this is also time where we collect the processing fee for the market study of your proposed site. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it depends. No, if you already have a spot, then we can do the market study already. You pay us a certain amount, and then we will conduct the market study for your proposed site after you pay. And then that's the time we sign a franchise agreement and payments will be executed. So that's step 7 actually. And then step 8 will be branch setup, and staff training will commence. And we will also provide you with pre-opening and marketing assistance. So in 10 simple steps, sounds so simple, but we will guide you, you will be able to open your branch already. Right now, for Cebu, we have Cebu alone, Cebu Island pa ni siya. If you want to franchise all over in Manila or parts of the Philippines, just let me know, because we can always talk about area franchises. So the franchise fee that we have right now is 300,000, and the processing fee for site verification, you pay us 35,000. That's if in case it's just here. Of course, other incidentals will be charged to you if in case it's a little bit far or in another part of Cebu. We need to charge a little bit on that also. So that's also typical, no, inclusive of all the trademarks, operations manual, and the term will be 5 years. And the capital, that's always the question. How much am I going to spend? No, it would be ranging from 1.6 to 2 million. It really depends on the renovation cost or all the other costs that we cannot control as a franchisor. So the royalty fee is 4%, and then 2% national advertisement fee. So the space requirement, ideally it's 50 square, but what's more important for us is the location. So as long as it's above 25 or 30, we can try to find a way to open it, especially if it's very near the traffic generators that we really like. So just a little example, no. So franchise fee 300,000, 35,000 for processing fee, security deposit, the machineries and the signages, etc. No, so that's 900,000. By the way, we're using all stainless equipment, so it's a bit pricey, but I feel that it's better. It's more long term. And then the insurance and the store renovation would, this one, the store renovation might change because if it's, if it's a spot that needs a lot of building, that you might need to spend more. Of if not, then you might need to spend less. So the total estimated investment package would be around 1.7 to, that's why 1.7 to 2 million. Okay. And then since you RK asked me if we opened a branch in during this pandemic, this is the Park Mall branch. We were able to open it in 3 months. So currently they have one supervisor, two bakers, two cashiers, no, five in total. They're located in a mall, so in the bus terminal of the mall. They're doing very well, no. So um, the projected sales is 33,000. They actually have more or less 22 to 25,000 a day, um, and they are still growing. So I'm very excited about with their investment or with their franchise there. So we have many areas that we're looking for, especially for Cebu. We're really ready, to serve our franchisees more than the more than the franchise fee, and the brand. We recently launched a factory that can actually support for maybe 60 bakeries easily. So I'm very confident that if there's a franchisee here in Cebu, it wouldn't be a problem to open it. So if you have any questions, please message me or message the San Jose Bakeshop page. It's www. Oh no, just go to Facebook and type San Jose Bakeshop. So that's it. No, so San Jose Bakeshop, where business rises like dough. That's really how it is. RK.
Thank you so much, Jojo. A very informative presentation about San Jose Bakeshop. And I hope that some of our viewers get interested and get a franchise from you, those who are in Cebu or in the nearby provinces. So before we end the day today for our franchise hour, I have also a few announcements to do. If you're interested to get our All About Franchising book from in PDF format, you can request for it. It's free. San Jose Bake Shop and more than 800 Filipino companies have been developed by Aki Franchise Consultancy. So if you have a business and you want to have it professionally franchised, get in touch with us. In Manila, 8912-2946 or 8912-2973. We prepare everything what you need to be a professional franchisor, from the structuring to the manuals, marketing materials, the legal aspect, and everything what you need to be a professional franchisor. If you're viewing us from outside the Philippines, we're also doing globally developments under the brand Fran Mundo in 35 countries. And if you have a distribution company, our sister company GoFran can take care of you to make your distributorship package just like a franchise package. And all our Aki clients are, of course, member of the Filipino International Franchise Association, where you can be a member as well. And if you're interested in anything franchising, please read our magazine, Franchising PH. It's online, virtual, it's free. This is the cover of the latest March 2022 issue. Just go to franchising.ph. And if you want to learn more about franchising, I'm giving an extensive seminar on April 4 at 4 p.m. So 444 on Zoom. Please call the office for the Zoom code. It's free. And our seminar afterwards will be on May 5. So 5 at 5 p.m. So we have April 4 at 4 p.m. and May 5 at 5 p.m. All right. And if you want to see more of our uh, franchise hours, you can also visit our YouTube channel, Aki Franchise Consultancy. All right. I would like to thank our President of San Jose Bakeshop, Mr. Jojo Tiongko, for being my guest today, and our viewers. And I see you again next Thursday at 4 p.m. Thank you.